is Kay, and I'm a messenger of the universe. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Even if you're new here, this is not the first time that our souls have crossed paths. Let's get started with this video, y'all. I'm excited to announce that my poetry book, Food for Thought, is available on Amazon. You can also find the link in the description box if you want to purchase your own copy. And I'm also going to be using it during this read for today. And today's video is just going to be general messages, what you need to hear right now, what you need to know, because I haven't done one of these in a while and I feel like y'all honestly need it. So let's get started, y'all. The first group is the Redstone Wolf. Group 2 is the Jade Panda. And group 3 is, I think it's Blue Agate or something. Or no, it's Blue Appetite. Blue Appetite Angel. So without further ado, y'all, let's get started with group number 1. Welcome group number 1 to your reading on what messages you need to hear right now. So you guys know I'm going to pull a poem for this group as well. But before I do, I just want to start with the channeled messages I got intuitively for this group is that you guys came to this life to live in peace and serenity. And some of you guys are very deep into spirituality or your spiritual practice. You're very aware of who you were in your past life or the sort of karmic debt that you've accumulated. Like you've done a lot of the work that it needs to know who you're meant to be in this life. And a lot of you guys, that is going to include speaking up for yourself, and it includes using your voice. And this is how you're going to find peace in this life, because you are not really meant to be meek or shy or cowardly. You're actually meant to use your voice in this life. And the more that you use it, you're going to find yourself aligning to the path that's meant for you, and also connecting to your spirituality as well, and finding a link between the metaphysical and the physical for you. So we're going to see what poem you guys get. And you guys actually got the poem that I posted today on my Instagram. That's so crazy. Pattern interrupt. So it says, if the materials don't matter, then why does it matter? Brainwashing the poor while their pockets get fatter. A well-known evil, one oft overlooked, infests the mind, leaves everybody hooked. After the next fix, can't find the supplier, creators of the game manipulating the buyer. Pollute your mind with lies, simple phrases you can't understand. When you align with these teachings, you play into their hand. Investing in your downfall while they cash in, while we fight beneath us, arrogance boosts the pride, the snake therein deceit us. Division as a weapon to cheat us. Protect your energy from the liars and the fakes. Cut cords with your attachments, beheadeth the snake. Sacrifice temporary pleasures for lifetime treasures, for strong lineage, for wealth beyond a measure. If the materials don't matter, then why does it matter? A change of mind so abrupt when in the presence of a pattern interrupt. So the gist of that poem when I was writing it was pretty much like some of y'all might be like Aquarius placements, Aquarius in the first house, Uranus in the first house, or like Aquarius risings, because that whole poem was actually kind of inspired by Aquarius energy, and I was debating between naming it like Aquarius something or like glitch or something. I don't know. I wanted to name it something that makes me think of Aquarius, and I ended up going with pattern interrupt because that's how I think of Aquarius. As the zodiac sign, it kind of manifests as the change. It manifests as the progression, and the change is usually something that people feel very strongly towards. Like, people have strong opinions about what you have to say, but it's like the way that you stand on what you believe, it strengthens your own belief system, and you also give other people confidence to stand on the things that they believe in too. And so as a result of this, you get a strong reaction out of people because you kind of are like the pattern interrupt. You're the type of person that can point out an issue even when other people ignore it. So of course, you know, if you are the type of person to point out the issue, then they're going to say that you're the issue and try to gaslight you and make you seem like the problem for pointing out a problem. But the truth is that, like, if it's an issue, it is. So you're kind of here to be the change in a lot of people's lives, and especially by using your voice and speaking up for people. So that's like the main message I'm getting for this group, and not feeling like bad about it or not feeling confident. Queen of Cups. Okay. So I'm getting you guys are really diving deep into your healing journey, and like you guys are coming off as someone who's always on a progressing journey, and like you understand the depth of yourself and your emotions. You know how to communicate it as well. So right now you should be aware that your compassion is really useful to a lot of people right now. You have Justice, Libra energy as well. So your compassion is helping you be fair. Like when I see Justice come out with the Queen of Cups, this is basically like whatever you feel in the situation is just. Like it's not to be disregarded just because it is your emotional body, or it's because it's guided by your emotional body, because you know how to balance between your heart and your mind. You understand that while things may rouse your emotions, that does not mean that you have to be governed by your emotions. Like you guys have a fine balance between your heart and your mind. Like you notice here, like in the Justice picture, the brain is here, and then the Queen of Cups, she's eating the brain. It's like the mind here is just like a small piece to the bigger picture. Like you guys understand the bigger picture and things, and you understand how to use your emotions as a part of your craft or as a part of your journey, and not necessarily alienating it or making yourself seem bad or feel bad for your emotions. Even if you are like a masculine or a man, for example, like you don't shun yourself or shame yourself for feeling emotions or experiencing emotions. You let yourself go through it. Like it's just like you let yourself go through the emotions, and then you pick up your head and you keep going. Like it just is what it is. Like everyone can't always be perfection at every point in time. So you guys just carry everything about you well. You carry your emotions well, and you know how to stay level-headed even with the world like burning around you. And you also have the Queen of Wands. A lot of y'all are feminines though. Like you are beautiful women, attractive women too. Like you have sex appeal too, and like you know how to speak truth. You guys are like, you attract people with the way that you look, but you keep people there with your mind and your intellect and the way that you say things, the way that you move about life and the world, and the truths that you speak really arouse people, and it really makes them think deeper about things. Like that's kind of like the idea of food for thought, is to think deeper about life and to think deeper about your ideas of the world. And same with pattern interrupt. That is kind of if you guys noticed in the middle of the poem, it kind of seemed like the poem got interrupted. I did that on purpose. Like I interrupted the flow, because that's kind of what it is like to be a pattern interrupt. Like you think you know what's going to happen next, but then it's something completely different. And I just added that element to kind of like, if you're reading it out loud, you may have noticed it, but that was kind of like an important aspect of that poem, is to like understand that the pattern interrupt is not always going to be going with the flow. Sometimes they change the flow, not necessarily to like get rid of what was existing, but to transform what is already happening. So we're going to see what else you need to know. And also, if you did have a yes or no question coming into this reading, the answer is yes. Some of y'all could also be going through a court case, or you're dealing with the justice system. Maybe you work in law, or you're considering like becoming an attorney, or you work with a judge or something. I'm getting you guys maybe learning something about the justice system or something about social justice that's really going to inspire you. And it's going to inspire you to speak these truths. Maybe it's like you guys are figuring out the truth about the system and how, you know, how flawed the system can be, and you guys are just starting to take a stand now, rather than just sitting around and letting people get harmed. Like regret, I realize now I messed up. So there is someone, let's see, someone effed around and found out. It says, yeah, there's more here that meets the eye. So someone was really insecure around you. They couldn't stand like your light, or like the way that you shine, like the substance that you carried. It made them feel really insecure, and they never really felt like they were good enough around you. And this person is now like realizing that truth, that their insecurities is what got in this connection, not necessarily you. Because at the time they could have made you seem like the bad guy or made you seem like the villain, knowing that they're the one that are just not acting right or doing right by you. But this person is realizing like there's more to you than meets the eye, and maybe they tried to take you at face value at first, not realizing who you really are. And like that's something that they're going to regret for like a very long time, that they still haven't gotten over. Which you're the one with the crystals and cards, huh? So like, yeah, a lot of you guys are just that spiritual girl. Like, you know, you got the waist beads, the spiritual cards, the tarot readings. Like, you guys are really deep into your practice. And like people can see, like, you know how like when you can tell someone is healing, like you see that glow around them, their aura is open, like they have like their voice even sounds different, like they sound more open. They don't like, they usually have something good to say rather than something negative or a complaint. Like these types of people express their healed energy by their existence and the way that they move, their mannerisms, the way they respond to situations. It's not just like an appearance to you. It's not just something that you're just doing to look like you're that girl, or like, you know, just keeping up with the aesthetics. I don't know, but you guys actually just put in the work is what I'm trying to say. You guys do the studying, you do the writing, the reading, like you have substance to back up what you say or what you think. You're not just like just saying stuff just to say stuff or waiting for the next influencer to tell you like what to think. Like you guys actually have beliefs that are based on like, you know, your own research or your own experience and things that you understand about the world. And the way that you express your knowledge or the way that you move about life with the knowledge that you have, it shows that you are educated, that you are what you say you are who you say you are, and like you can stand on it. And like that's really attractive to people. That's what's making you so like pop, that's making you stand out, because like you'd be surprised, well, you probably wouldn't be surprised, but there's just a lot of phony people out there. There's a lot of frauds, people who say there's just a lot of talking, you know, where talk is cheap. We all know anybody can say they're gonna do this or they're gonna do that, but how many people are actually gonna put in that work? How many people are actually gonna go and put in that work to publish that book or to open that dance studio or to save up to start their own business? Like not that many people are actually gonna put in that work and then continue to invest consistently. And like you guys are that energy and you are that source, so like don't underestimate that. And yes, there are people from your past who are looking at you now like, shouldn't have messed with them, like I wish I was nicer to them, I should have, like, you know, I should have, like these people are just kind of feeling sick to their stomach when they realize like, yeah, I messed up with that one, like big time. So like your success is the revenge. That's this group's message. Your success is the revenge, and people are just getting that karma. Specifically like people who did you dirty, like they see your influence, they see you growing, they see people talking about you or talking about what you're doing, they see you making moves, and they're like, like I should have just waited before I decided to cut them off, or I should have been nicer to them, you know. So let's see what else y'all need to know. Group number 1, y'all could also be Libra, Aries, Taurus, Venus placements, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Moon placements, water, fire energy. Love it. I really do, y'all. Like you guys have a new beginning on the way. You guys also have like a new love that's gonna show up for you too, if that's what you guys want. But I'm seeing like passion and excitement and positive energy are gonna be surrounding this connection. So and good adult time. Okay, you all are gonna have good adult times together, doing age appropriate things. And I just kind of feel like this connection is really going to help you activate a lot of different parts of yourself, or just getting to know yourself on a deeper level, getting to know your body on a deeper level. And I kind of get that like you guys also are going to be initiated into like some sort of, you guys are being initiated into like a school or into some like sort of special education or something, or like you're being dubbed as someone who knows stuff, someone that is high of intellect, or someone who is like, you can outsmart people, you always have the upper advantage. Like people are starting to see you as this energy. You guys have more credibility. For some, you did something that just made you more credible, and now people are like, yeah, that person is very intelligent, like that they're different, like they're unique. That's how people would describe you right now. So you guys should know that like people see you studying, you're very intelligent, you also have an advantage because you're able to outsmart people. You know, you guys know how to think a few steps ahead of other people. And this is also your beauty too, like the way you express your artistic self, your gifts, your artistry is very attractive. And you guys have very musical gifts as well. You may have a talent for music or for singing, and people love your voice. people love your voice in general. Even if you don't sing, you just might have a nice speaking voice, you have good tone or cadence. People really just feel like you have an ethereal essence about you, and the way you speak is so graceful, the way you move is so graceful. You just have a very sweet aura about you, and it occurs so naturally. Like, it's not forced. Like, you guys aren't trying too hard, you're just being yourself, showing up, and then the goodies just come to you. Like, you guys are like the magic that is, you are the spell, pretty much. You know how people are like, oh, did you put a spell on me? Baby, I am the spell. Like, there is no spell, because it's me. It's my energy. It's my essence. Like, yeah, I put in, like, you know, I'm gonna have the little glamour magic or whatever, but it's still me, like, at the core. So, like, you guys just understand how to be beautiful internally, and it's expressed externally too. So that also is gonna make you, you know, double whammy there. It's like, how you beautiful and smart. Who do you think you are? You think you better than me? I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just being shady, like, for no reason. But yeah, like, you guys are just showing up in the world as beautiful and intelligent. Some people are going to be intimidated by that, especially if you are beautiful. If you're a woman specifically, like, and there's women who aren't secure in themselves, they're going to be projecting onto you, trying to make you feel insecure because they themselves are insecure. And it's like, you know, don't be taking advice from them, because they're going to be trying to give you bad advice because they don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you win. So make sure you surround yourself with people who want to see you win, who encourage you to be yourself, who encourage you to be smarter, who encourage you to be stronger, not because they want you to fail, but because they want to see you do better, and to be surrounded by people who know your value and treat you as such. Okay? So a lot of this just has to do with you knowing yourself, knowing your beauty. You guys just went through a really big glow up. You guys are that person that just went through that glow up after some certain period of time. Maybe you guys went through your ugly duckling phase, and now people can see you have standards, you have self-respect, you don't play about it, and like, people just know not to cross you. Like, they know that you're not the one to play with. And you guys are also very gifted. I keep getting gifts. So maybe you guys have people that are going to start buying you gifts too. Like, don't be surprised to have a bunch of people giving you gifts, or if you have a platform, people sending you gifts through your P.O. box, stuff like that. People really respect you, the type of person you are, and the knowledge you impart on them. It's like very fresh and new. It's things that they haven't heard before, and they really appreciate that. So keep speaking up and keep giving people the truth that they need to hear, because it's very appreciated, a lot more than you know. Thank you guys so much for joining me, group number 1. I hope this resonated. If it did, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you buy a copy of my book, Food for Thought, on Amazon. Link is in the description box. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this reading, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Peace. Group 2. Let's see what is happening for y'all. Let's clear the energy first. Group 2. This jade crystal. What do they need to know, Spirit? Your message already coming out, huh? It was so much easier to do in the first group. Okay, so I'm noticing group 2, your signal here, your frequency, your vibe here wasn't that strong. Y'all, this bowl I have here, like, is one of my most authentic bowls I have. And I've noticed that even when I myself was out of tune with my root chakra, I could not play this thing to save my life. More recently, when I was actually more in tune with my root chakra, I could play it easily. But for this group specifically, I had a very hard time playing your group. And if you guys watched me play for the first group, then you already know, like, it happened so quickly, so easily. And I usually don't even need to tap the bowl to get the sound going, but I'm noticing for this group, it was like I needed to tap the bowl in order to get this sound going. It's like you guys are having a really hard time feeling safe in your environment, or feeling like you have stability. Some of you guys really need to work on your root chakra, like, for real time. And I'm gonna read the box too to inform you guys on, like, what it says. It says, it provides the foundation on which we build our life. It supports us in growing and feeling safe while exploring all the aspects of life. And if you guys know the roots of a plant, connect it to the earth and to the soul. So it's kind of like your connection to the earth, your connection to the nature. Like maybe you guys are feeling a little bit disconnected from nature these days, or you just haven't built a relationship with nature, or even if it's not nature, y'all, like creator, source, spirit, whoever you consider your overarching figure of divine supremacy, then that should be who you're connecting with, or the energy, your source that you connect to, that is giving you strength here. So we're gonna see what poem comes out for y'all and what y'all need to see. Oh wow, that was interesting. Okay, your poem is neat. It says, let's get to the nothing of this, because there is no bottom, only expansion. The sublime truth will arise at the divine time. Hope is not dead like your plant that's outside. When it is on the brink of death, nearly transitioned into the dream world, the fresh rain falls like hydration to dry curls. Goddess children are the most resilient. Their souls claim the earth even in the unlikeliest of places. But like a plant, you grow, expansion into your nothing and everything. So the idea of this poem, the element I'm getting for this group is ether, quintessence, luminiferous ether. I really feel like this group, what y'all need to know is that some of y'all may feel like you're at a point where you don't want to live, proverbially. Like you may genuinely feel like you're at an end point at your life because you are rebirthing yourself into a new being. And you can kind of consider yourself like at that phase of a caterpillar's life cycle where they are in the cocoon and they are no longer going to be that caterpillar, they're going to bloom into a butterfly. That's kind of where you're at. Like you may feel like you're in that cocoon, you may feel gross, you may feel kind of like you're stuck, you may even feel a little bit icky because you're not exactly where you want to be, but you know that you're going to transition to where you need to be. So I'm just getting like keep hanging on. That's what y'all need to know. Like keep hanging on, because you guys need to understand that your safety is still being cultivated, and it's going to take time. You guys may not have had a strong signals from birth. Maybe you guys didn't have a solid foundation growing up. You didn't have a solid home. You didn't have anywhere to call your home. You didn't really have anywhere to set down roots. So that's why you just feel so unsafe instinctively. You just naturally feel like you're not safe, or you can't really fully relax yet until you have a home, or until you've built safety for yourself. So let's see what is interesting. I'm actually going to pull this first, because I usually was going to pull the tarot cards first, but I'm actually going to pull from this deck first and see what y'all need to know. I think that y'all need to know you do have love around you. You do have people who love you. Someone might be an Aries too, adventure. I'm here for a good time, not a long one. So you may have people around you who are like, who see you as someone that like, you know how to have a really good time. You know how to like, you know how to turn up when the time is right. Let's see what else is going on. Someone, I also kept seeing the brat card popping out. Like maybe some of y'all don't like being told no, or like someone around you doesn't like being told no. I'm seeing y'all are just growing out of like an icky phase of your life where you were even attracted to icky people, or you're just attracted to like unhealed people who, and you're kind of realizing like they were never the prize. Like these people were never like I put them on a pedestal they didn't belong on. Or like maybe you guys kind of fell in love with someone and you're kind of realizing now like they really weren't all that. I just was bored, or I just needed attention. Overflow. Everyone eats over here. Yeah, it's like you guys are a very generous person. Your energy is overflowing and influencing other people around you. Your attitude too, the way you look at life, people like your attitude, dedication, and your dedication to like your adventure. You're dedicated to experiencing life every day. You're dedicated to having fun too. People appreciate your thirst for adventure, your thirst to search for things that are just your desire to search for things that are nice and that are just fun times. Maybe you guys really like roller coasters, or you enjoy what's it called, like thrill seeking type adventures. Yeah, Five of Hazards really resonates. I think you guys maybe are learning how to step out of this poverty. Like some of you guys could have literally grew up in poverty, or you just know what it's like to not have a lot of money, or to not have everything handed to you on a silver platter. So you guys understand the purpose of creating stability in your life, and you're understanding the importance of attracting people who also understand the importance of stability. Yeah, I'm seeing you guys are like really working hard now, so you don't have to ever be in this place again, or you don't ever have to be in this mindset again. And your transformation is going to also inspire people. Your story and your journey, it's going to help other people realize there is hope. They don't have to succumb to their demons or to their vices just because they're in a similar situation. And sometimes hope feels futile. Like, it feels like hope is just like, it doesn't feel like it's never going to come through. But you guys do have a big break that is destined for you guys, because your preparation is meeting opportunities. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Yes to any questions you guys had. If you came to this reading with a yes or no question as well, there's a new beginning you have, and passion and love. You guys also may be living with someone, or there's someone here that you're going to be living with. This connection may start off a little bit like sexual, or it just may start off a little bit on the passionate end, like you guys are all over each other. But even when it fizzles out, you guys are going to actually want to settle down with each other. And it's gonna at first maybe feel like maybe this person's not here for a good time. Maybe you guys don't feel secure at the beginning of this connection, or you don't feel secure at the beginning of your life. But towards the end of it, or towards like as you get older, you're gonna start feeling more comfortable, or in this relationship you're gonna start to feel more comfortable setting down your roots and calling this place your home. Yeah, like the Emperor, you guys are gonna feel more in control of your life and your destiny. Aries energy, like I mentioned, maybe you guys have an Aries, or you're dealing with an Aries. Let's see, what else does this group need to know? This Jade group. Have evil witch, jealousy, enemies, black eye, evil eye. Yeah, I think you guys are kind of realizing like some people from your childhood, or some people you attracted in the past weren't good people. Or you're just like starting to see people's true colors. Maybe you guys were just a little bit naive to the idea that people could be jealous of you, or you just had such low self-esteem. You're like, oh, no one's jealous of me. Like, who am I? Not realizing like there are people that are jealous of you. You'd be surprised. People will be jealous over things that you don't think twice about. And like, if you're underestimating your energy, then like people will steal from you. They'll cheat on you. They'll lie to you. Like, and they'll not care because they think you're doing better than them anyway. Like, you need it to be humbled. Like, that's kind of like the vibes I get. Like, you guys are no longer being attracted to people with this nasty hater energy, and you're starting to elevate and realize like it's gonna require you to let go of some people. Like, some people are literally like if you were a balloon elevating to your best self, some of these people are like dead weight on your string and just pulling you down, and you're over here trying to elevate, you know? And like, you're just learning to block out this energy too. And you guys are really, y'all are really about to level up. So you guys are manifesting a home. If you chose this group, you are gonna attract a home, and you're gonna be able to afford a home. And I know in this economy you might be like, girl, ain't no way. Somehow the universe gonna make it happen. Y'all know, y'all don't underestimate the power of the universe, spirit, God, creator, whoever you believe in. They gonna give you that home. They said, okay, you gonna get that home, you gonna get that land, baby, and it's gonna be yours. Okay, manifestation is working for you. The spell work is working. Okay, don't be telling everybody about your plans though, because you may have people evil eyeing it, or being like, you can't do that, not in this economy, I'm too broke, you too broke, blah 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 blah, you know, just hating. Like, they want to, how are you gonna do that, you don't have enough money. Like, just people trying to pocket watch you and just being nosy because they don't believe in themselves. So why would they believe in you? So, you know, at the end of the day, you just got to keep it pushing and let the haters hate, and you just gonna be great. So congratulations on the new home. Claim that energy, y'all, in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this reading. If you guys would like to purchase my book, it's available on Amazon through the link in the description box. And my name is Kay, and I had the pleasure of being your reader today, and I hope to catch you at my next video. Peace. Peace to my collective that chose group 3. Welcome to your reading on what you need to know right now, what messages are coming out for y'all. We're gonna see what y'all gotta know, and yeah. Okay. Group 3, I think out of all of the 3 groups, you guys are probably like in between group number 1 and group 2. Like you gotta like, your connection is, it's like getting there. Like you may have a, like your stability is not exactly where you want it to be, but it's getting there. Like you're somewhere, like you have a good footing right now, like energetically you have a good footing with your root chakra, but you still got to put in more work to really ground yourself or create more roots or foundations in your life to make you feel more secure. That's kind of what I'm picking up just from like having to play the sound bowl for each group. And yeah, we're gonna see what messages is coming out for y'all through the poetry. Okay, group 3. Clockwork. I don't even know which one to read. Should I do Clockwork or Heaven on Earth? I'm gonna do both, since I don't know, both of them are kind of standing out to me, so I'm gonna just do both poems. So you guys both got Heaven on Earth and Clockwork. So Heaven on Earth is: the universe awaits amongst the cosmos and the clouds. As the universe awaits, she never makes a sound. Her aura is magnetic, her words are poetic. She's ethereal beauty, her grin is coquettish. She's heaven on earth, you can never forget it. She's coalesced psyche, she's soul enlightening. She's Elysian and delicate, she's beautiful yet frightening. Come a little closer to heaven on earth, to heaven on earth, to heaven on earth. And then the next poem is called Clockwork, and it says: right energy, wrong channel, synchronized like steps. Right channel, wrong energy, healing feels like a web. So much paradox and contradiction, yet these downloads are top tier. The truth is stranger than fiction and is never unclear. There is a certain power that comes when working with sacral energy, one that will always exist, a force so potent and powerful, one I can't resist. When you understand what another's sacral, their soul becomes exposed. Read the room information, from the dead the signs arose. When you understand your own sacral, the difference is simplistically simple. No longer will one be a fool, the mastery of self will arrive. The truest you among them all, the one destined to survive. So, okay. The vibes with this group is kind of a little bit blurry, a little bit, you know, unclear, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like, I'm gonna pull more cards before I get into the details of this group, because I think this group is kind of interesting. So group 3, like, what I kind of got from that pretty much is like, you know your power. I'm kind of getting like you already know your power. You know you're beautiful. You know that like you can cultivate heaven on earth because you've already like gotten your own little footing, or you've had like your own experimentation on life to where you know like this is tried and true. And every single time it just happens to work for you. So you guys have like a natural rhythm, and you guys know how to tune into your own rhythm. It's pretty much like the vibe I get with those 2 poems. Ghost, lingering energy, running blockage, withdrawal. Maybe some of y'all are mediums, or there's some ghosts who are trying to contact you. You guys have like a ghost type of, you guys know how to be in and out of places, or you guys have like wandering spirits around you, like people who are just kind of lingering to see what you have going on because they themselves are bored. Maybe you guys need to stop letting these sorts of people in your life, like people who just ghost. They act like a ghost in your life, like they're there but not really there, and they just kind of, they come back to you to get a life update, and they don't really care about what's happening in your life. They just kind of want to dump on you, or they just want to see like what's happening in your life so that they can give their unwarranted opinions on like what you're doing and how you should do it. And garlic, yeah, I think y'all, before you can really cultivate stability, you still gotta maybe y'all need to start wearing more evil eye jewelry. Like, I think y'all need to like work on protecting yourself more, stepping into this black cat energy, more mysterious. Or maybe you guys just feel like this, you're a little bit misunderstood in your environment. Like, people don't really get to know you, they just judge you without like knowing anything about you. Or you know, people just make assumptions because of like your skin tone, or like maybe y'all are darker skinned, or like they make assumptions based off of your culture, like where you come from, something like very superficial. And it's like you guys are very misunderstood, but like deep down, you know, you're a very loving, unforgettable person. It's just like, if you're just gonna sit around judging and making assumptions, then how would they know? How would they see the value? So don't be surprised if like the people in your environment, maybe your roommates even, like don't understand you or don't really understand your plight or like your struggle, or can't like empathize with it, because these people are like lingering in your life not because they want to support you or help you. They just kind of want to, they kind of are a little bit blockage. They're adding blockages in your life by being codependent, needing your advice, needing your guidance, needing you every time they're in a rut. Like this person or people, whoever these people are, like I think they're getting in the way of you being able to fully ground yourself, you being able to fully establish roots in this life. Let's see, group 3, what do they need to know? So all the groups are yes groups. If you had a yes or no question, the answer is yes. 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Yes, your work, something about your work is happening. There's something going on with your career or your work that is significant that you need to know about. There's some truth maybe that you know about or that you're gonna be asked about. Someone could be like hiding something about you from your job, like they're hiding how much they pay, or they're hiding like, what did this person hide? Let me get one more card. Yeah, someone's like hiding how much they're paying you, or like they're not paying you as much as they should be paying you, or they're not giving you enough credit for your work or your career or something, or like they downplay your business or something. It's almost like this person doesn't want to see your work ethic, or they don't want to see how talented you are compared to them. Like you may have a better work ethic than this person and you try to give them advice, but they don't want to take it. And then they wonder why like they're broke, or they wonder why they can't get anywhere, because they don't take advice from people who want to help them. They think everybody's an enemy or against them. So you guys could be dealing with this sort of resistance in your life where people try to make you seem like you're an issue, and then they take your advice later and then they're like, oh yeah, you're right. Like it's like black cat energy. Like you guys also could have spiritual gifts, like you foresee certain things happening in people's lives, and then like you could be like, oh, I told you so, when they come back and they're like, yeah, you were right about that person, they're a piece of ish. So like I kind of get like this vibe, you guys get the last laugh. That's kind of like what the main message is. Like even if there's people around you messing with your energy or telling you you're untalented or unworthy, like you're always gonna get the last laugh in the situation, because you're more mature and more developed in a way where you can see these things happening and you avoid it. And these people kind of like walk blindly right into it, and you could warn them, you could, you know, tell them, hey, like I don't think that's a good idea, and then they don't listen, and then they F around and they find out themselves. So you have people who are just finding out that like when it comes to your career, specifically people in your field, they're realizing like you are more like, you're talented in your field, like you know what you're talking about. You just have people like validating what you have to say now, because they realize like you're here to make money and not to play about it. Like, you know, you're not acting funny. So people like really mess with you for that. So we're gonna pull lastly from this deck and see what else is coming out for group 3, what y'all need to know. Substance. Yeah, you guys have a lot of substance for your career. Like I'm seeing like the blessings coming for this group has to do with your career, or like whatever you do for a living. Someone's about to help you or give you some advice that's going to be beneficial too, or give you a head start. I hear isolation. Maybe you guys have just been spending time with yourself to build yourself up, or to work on yourself, just spending time alone and just learning more about yourself in the world. Like I'm seeing you guys working with your sacral energy too. Maybe you guys are becoming more creative, more artistic to help yourself go through whatever life is throwing at you. And maybe you guys are going to make a career out of your artistry. So I kind of see that could be a thing that's happening for you guys, because you guys are talented and you guys have value. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this reading, group 3. If it resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to join my beautiful community of my lovely ravens, my name is Kay, and you can purchase my book on Amazon through the link in my description box. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this reading, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Peace.